This is Jayden 500, and I'm doing a review on one of my favorite platformers called Limbo. This game is a platformer for Xbox Marketplace, and you can already see how it's unique. Basically, from one thing you could see, it's all in silhouettes, pretty much everything, and this is how it is the entire game. And the storyline of the game is pretty vague considering that there's no talking in the entire game and not much sound to begin with. Everything kind of seems muffled, but it fits with the kind of tone and feel of the game very well. And it's a good game. That's one of the reasons why I'm reviewing it, but it's not. You play a little kid and you go into limbo to save your sister or girlfriend or something like that, and it's a pretty violent game. They find pretty much any kind of way to kill a 7-year-old. It's a horrible game, but it's weird because it has these horrible things in it. You're being chased by gigantic creatures and evil tribal people kind of from Limbo, and it's kind of peaceful. I mean, not this part, but some parts of it, because there's not much sound, and I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's one of my favorite platformers, and it's definitely worth the money. So basically, you start off in you kind of travel in your boat, and you start off in a forest type area, and the puzzles, and the whole entire game has puzzles and all kind of stuff in it, and the whole entire game is about timing, and it'll take you a couple tries to get all the puzzles right, because there's boxes and stuff laying around, and you know you're gonna need them. You just don't know when and where you will. So you kind of have to get used to it, and you just plan on dying a lot in the game. But it has good respawns, and it's a very fun game. It's a perfect amount of time. It's not too long, so you get sick of it, but it's not too short, so you don't feel gypped. So, So you start off in the forest world where there's lots of huge spiders like that trying to kill you, and there's a couple of them, and you run from them. The first one you actually kind of almost kill, but it crawls away to a tree, and you go past it. You wouldn't want to battle it, so you just kind of ignore it. So it's a brave little kid, and he manages to get out of this world and go into kind of an urban area, which you'll see in a couple seconds, maybe about a minute or so. But until then, this whole entire world has spiders, as you can see, and it has like tribal people in it too. Like right here, this is the first time you ever see one, and they're not very nice. They shoot poison darts at you. They kind of set up traps and booby traps for you, and kind of make your life even harder in Limbo. So you finally get past it. It's a cool little thing. You make it rain, literally. And then when you enter the urban area, this is one of my favorite areas in the game. It the puzzles just get harder and harder, and you have little kind of a gravity-defying devices that make the game a lot more interesting. And it also brings to the game a lot more ways to die, and you really have to get used to timing everything right, and kind of enjoy this unique world that they've created. And it's unlike any other game I've played before. The urban area has a lot of electricity things to it, so those neon lights you see on the signs, if you touch them, your guy gets electrocuted, and you have to start back to the respawn. So, basically what I did was shut those lights off so I could go across the sign and go on to the next area. So, here next up is the kind of an industrial area. Even though there's no gravity modifiers in this world, there's a lot of shifts. Like everything kind of moves around you, including the ground. So yeah, it makes things even more interesting. This industrial area also has like gigantic magnets and kind of water weight systems and gigantic blocks that could just crush you and pistons and whatnot. And basically anything that you touch in this area could kill you. Like that floor is electrocuted, you get saw blades to your right and left, and above you too. So timing is even more narrow in this for you to survive, and I don't know. There's also kind of futuristic stuffs like and kind of a steampunk kind of add on to it also, kind of feel to it. With those machine guns, kind of gear power generated, and also futuristic, even more so with this gravity lift that you use to get blocks above the level, and this is more of the world kind of shifting. But overall, I give this game maybe a 4 out of 5. It's not amazing, but it is very fun. It's definitely worth the 800 points or $10 around to get this game. So I'm gonna end off this review with the last clip of the game. So spoiler alert if you care, but although I don't think it's that much of a spoiler, this game doesn't have too much of a plot to it. I mean, it does have a plot to it. It does. The game makes sense for what it is, but overall, it's a simple game, and the story fits. So here you go, kind of a slow motion action before you find or reach your goal as far as it looks. Although looks may deceive.